Hey honey, I hope your day is going okay. Although I think it definitely can't be going any worse than mine is.
Hey, sweetie, yeah, my day's going okay. What's wrong with yours? It's not that late in the day, so surely nothing too bad could have happened, right?
You'd think so, but apparently my car decided that today would be the day that it would stop working. Hooray!
Oh no, are you alright? It didn't break down whilst you were driving it, did it?
No, thankfully it decided not to even turn on whilst I was still on the drive. At least I have that going for me. I would have hated to have been stranded somewhere waiting for the recovery guy to come and pick me up.
Yeah, that's always the worst. So, have you taken the day off of work, considering you can't actually make it in on time?
No, I've still got to go in. That's why I'm currently sitting on a bus, waiting for it to drop me off somewhere close to my work. At least, I hope it will.
And your boss is okay with you being late?
Yeah. Thankfully, he understands that sometimes things like this happen. He said that as long as I make it in by lunch, then I should be fine.
That's good then. I hate for you to get onto bad terms with your boss because of something out of your control.
Yeah, that would have been the icing on top of the cake. I mean, I don't think my day can literally get any worse. I'm sitting next to someone who I swear is a literal cat lady. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if a cat actually crawled out of her crazy nest of a hairdo.
I'm glad I don't have to use public transport. I do not envy you.
Yeah. Look, I know money is kind of tight at the minute, but I honestly don't think I can get by without a car. Are we able to scrounge up enough that I can do something about mine?
I'm not sure. I don't know if we have enough, honestly. We might have to save up for a few months and you'll just have to take public transport.
You better be joking. I will literally sell a kidney just so I have the money to get a new car or fix my old one.
I'm just joking. We might be able to scrounge something up.
Great! I'll contact Gary. Maybe he can see if my car is worth fixing or not. It really is great to have a mechanic as a friend.
I'll say. We can just pay him in brownies and food stuff for the small jobs. Anyway, I've got to get back to work. Good luck with your cat lady.
Honestly, I'm starting to think that she might be a ferret lady with the pungent smell coming off of her. This is the last time I'll ever ride a bus.
You hope.
Don't even.
See you later.
See you later. Love you.
Love you too.
Hey babe, so I messaged Gary earlier and he's been around to look at the car. Basically, he said that it is fixable, but it will probably cost more than the car is worth, so it would be easier and less expensive to just buy a new one.
Fair enough. I mean, you've had that car for ages now. I was thinking it might be time for an upgrade soon.
Really?
Yeah, let's face it. Your old car was basically a pile of junk.
That's true, but how can we afford a new car?
Don't worry about it. I'm sure that we can sort something out. Just leave it to me and I'll come up with something. Just make sure that the one you want isn't too expensive.
Awesome! I'll get to looking and see what's around. Oh, also, could you pick me up from work?
Don't you want to see your ferret lady again?
Not ever in a million years.
Alright, I'll be there later.
Okay, see you soon.
Hey, sweetie, how's the new car?
Oh my god, it's amazing! So much better than my old one, that's for sure. But how on earth can we afford this? I mean, this was way above the limit we set when we were looking for new cars originally.
Oh, well, I had a little bit of money saved up. No big deal.
Well, thank you. It's truly the best car I've had in years.
Of course, as long as you're happy. Oh, you're not at work this weekend, are you? Or going out somewhere?
Not that I know of. Why?
Well, my mom was wondering if she could use the car to go to her book club. I said it would be alright as you wouldn't need it this weekend.
What?
Don't be upset. She only wants to use it because the weather says it might rain this weekend. It's not that bad to lend your car to my mom, is it? After all, I did kind of pay a lot for it.
Seriously? You're going to use that excuse? If I had known that you paying for some of it would come with a dose of guilt tripping, then I would have told you not to bother.
Come on, it's only my mom.
Fine, but I'm not happy about this, just so you know. I just hope that there isn't an emergency or anything you might need me to get to, because I won't be able to.
I'm sure everything will be fine. She'll greatly appreciate you letting her borrow the car.
Yeah, I know. Just make sure she knows not to expect it too often. It's still my car, so I need it to get around and stuff. Okay.
Monica, hi, this is Susan, Bill's mother.
Yes. Hi, Susan. I know who you are. You don't need to introduce yourself every time, you know.
I just wasn't sure if you would know it was me or not.
Of course. Is everything okay, Susan?
Yes, everything is fine. However, I was wanting to use the car this week. I'm going away for a few days and need the car. I'll be by to pick it up shortly as I'm leaving tomorrow morning.
Whoa. What are you on about? You can't have the car for the whole week. No way.
What? Why not?
Because it's my car. I need it to get to and from work along with everything else I need to do, such as grocery shopping and stuff. There's simply no way that you can have the car for a week. It's just not possible.
I think you'll find that it is very much possible. I need the car, so I am going to take it.
I'm sorry to say this, Susan, but you're not having my car.
But what about my holiday? I need it to get there.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to take the train or something.
Oh, so when you have to go on public transport, you get a new car as soon as possible so that you don't have to do it again. But you have no problem with me using public transport?
I'm sorry, but it's the only solution. If you want a car, maybe you should buy yourself one.
I already have one though.
This is my car, not yours. You can't just take it whenever you want.
We'll see about that.
Bill, honey, have you seen my car keys? I need to pop to the shop.
Oh, I gave them to my mom.
What?
Yeah, she said that she needed the car because she's going away this week and needed to drive there.
How am I supposed to do that now that I don't have a car?
Well, you'll just have to take the bus for the week. It's not that bad.
I shouldn't have to take the bus. I have a perfectly fine, brand new car which I should be able to use.
Yeah, well, my mom has it at the moment.
I can't believe you. You didn't even ask me if it was okay first.
Yeah, because she's my mom. Of course I'm gonna help her out if I can. I love her. Besides, my mom paid for like half of the car anyway, so technically half of it is hers.
What?
Did you really think that I'd be able to afford a brand new car like that? Come on, you had to have known that I'd ask my mom for help. I mean, she even offered it. I'd have been a fool to turn her down. All that it means is that my mom gets, like, joint custody of the car. It's not a big deal.
And I'm guessing that means she gets it whenever she wants?
Well, we've got to repay her in some way for helping us out.
I can't believe you would go behind my back like that and not even ask me if I wanted to borrow money from your mom.
Well, yeah, because your answer would have been no. Look, face it or not, my mom has helped buy you a car. You'll just have to deal with it if she wants to borrow it. And if you can't do that, then I think you're being an incredibly selfish person, and I wouldn't want to be with you anymore.
Are you seriously trying to threaten me with divorce if I don't let your mom use my car?
I wouldn't say threaten.
Fine. Clearly your mom means more to you than I do, so I'll give you that divorce.
Wait, what?
Yep. I wouldn't want to stand in the way of you and your mom's relationship.
Fine then. If you want to act like a spoiled brat and throw a tantrum, then go right ahead. But just know that I won't be taking you back until you beg me for forgiveness.
You'll be waiting for a very long time then. Hi, Bill. I know I said I didn't want anything to do with you anymore. However, there was just one thing I thought you should know.
Oh, and what's that, Monica?
The garage is coming to repossess your mom's car, so you might want to be at your home to make sure it all goes smoothly.
Huh? What are you on about?
Well, after the divorce, I realized that I still needed a new car. The only problem was that I was still paying the finance on the one your mom took. I tried to get her to swap the contract into her own name, but she refused. So I stopped making the payments on it.
What? Why would you do that?
Well, I didn't see any reason to pay for your mom's car when we're not together anymore. Plus, she was incredibly vile towards me. I told her that what would happen, but she refused to believe me. So, really? This is your mom's fault.
This isn't my mom's fault. You're just being selfish again.
Because I won't pay the car finance for the woman who was horrible to me and made my life a living hell the entire time I was married to you because she thought I wasn't good enough for you?
My mom was an angel to you.
Wow, you're just as delusional as your mom is. Anyway, I've got to go now. Got a new car showing and all. Good luck with repossession. Oh, and tell your mom that if she wants a car, she can pay for the whole thing herself this time. I am not doing it for her. Goodbye. After that conversation, Susan's car was indeed repossessed by the garage as she hadn't been making payments on it. Because of this, Susan was incredibly irritable and made sure to take it out on Bill. She also bullied him into buying her another car, which left him with even less money than he originally had. As for me, I was sad to have lost my husband over something so stupid. However, he showed his true colors in that moment, and I wasn't happy with who he was underneath his act of niceness. It wasn't the first time he had favored his mom's happiness over mine either. I'm hoping to find someone who is honest and loving in the future, but I will take the time to heal from my old relationship and rediscover who I am as a person. So far, I can say it's going pretty well. I don't think I can say that Bill's new life is working out for him, though.
Pardon me, but is this the right number for Angela Williams?
Yes it is. May I ask who this is?
Oh, thank goodness. I had to put your number in by memory, so I wasn't sure if I had it right or not. Mom, I'm so happy I got a hold of you.
What?
Mom, it's me. It's Julia. You gotta help me. I don't think I can take it anymore.
What? Julia? When I looked up this phone number, it came up as someone named Alex Jordan.
I'm sorry to surprise you like this. I got my phone taken away from me. I wasn't able to text you from my own phone.
What do you mean you got it taken away from you? Do you mean your phone got stolen? What are you talking about? Who did that?
My mother-in-law.
Laura really did that? Why would she do that to you? I've been so worried about you ever since you moved out. You have no idea. Did something happen?
Actually, she's been controlling my phone for a while now. I haven't been able to call or text anybody. My father-in-law, Alex, just happened to forget his phone when he left the house. That's how I'm texting you right now. If I didn't get in touch with you today, I don't know when my next chance would be.
She took over your phone? I can't believe it. Why is she watching over you like that?
She didn't want me to get in touch with anyone, because she knew if I did, I'd tell everyone what was going on in this house.
What's going on over there? What is she doing to you? I've barely heard from you ever since you moved in with your husband's family. I had no idea this was going on.
I tried to get in touch with you, but she stopped me. You don't have any other family anymore. Your home is here now. That's what she really said to me. Every day has been a nightmare. I just want to see you, Mom.
I've been worried about you. I probably called you a total of 100 times since you've left home, haven't I? But every time I call, Laura acts like it was insulting for me to ask how you were doing. Even you said, "I'm fine, everything's great." And then it's been harder and harder to get in touch with you.
Yeah, she made me say that. She really hated it every time you called.
Oh, I can't believe that woman. You should have told me sooner about all of this.
I would have loved to, but she's making me work around the clock. I really don't ever have any free time. I feel like a slave. Bobby or Alex don't help me either.
A slave? Do they have you working out on their farm?
Yeah, but not only that. They make me do everything around the house.
Everything?
Everyone wakes up really early, so I have to get up even earlier to make them all breakfast. If I don't make them enough to eat, they always scream at me. I'm waking up every day at 4 a.m. to start cooking for them. After that, I do all their laundry and clean all their rooms. Once I've finished, I have to make them all lunch and bring it out to them in the field. Then I start helping them out on the farm. I have to rush back before everyone comes home so I can make us dinner. After that, Bobby and my father-in-law both get to take showers before me. I have to be waiting with open beers for both of them as soon as they get out. I have to wait for everyone to finish eating so I can clean up everything by myself. They don't treat me like a part of their family, even though I'm their daughter-in-law. They don't let me eat with them. I only get the scraps they leave behind. I have to change their bed sheets every single night. That's when my day finally ends. If I don't do all of that every day, they make me sleep on the couch. By the time I could get in the shower, the water is ice cold.
Oh my gosh. Do they really think that they can treat you like that? None of that should be only your responsibility.
Well, Laura told me it's my job now as a housewife to do all of that. That's what being a housewife is like.
Yeah, maybe it was 50 years ago. Your husband never sticks up for you?
No, Bobby never really says anything to her. If anything, he tells me to work harder. That's all he does.
I can't believe this. It's completely unacceptable. Never in my wildest dreams did I think Laura would treat you this badly. I thought Bobby would always stand by your side and look after you.
Laura is the fakest person I know. She comes off like this super nice person, but when she's at home, she's completely different. Bobby always does what she says. Actually, Bobby's younger brother and his wife live with us too. And of course, I have to do everything for them too. I can't take it much longer. I really just want to run away.
Julia, listen to me. Where are all of them right now?
And they're not home. They're actually all on vacation right now.
Vacation? They went without you?
Yeah. They said they still don't think of me as family. You're a housewife, and as a housewife, you must always look after the house. Maybe once you can actually do a good job around here, we'll consider letting you be a part of this family. That's what she said to me. That's why I'm here now. I have to take care of things around the house.
Is that right? Since they're on vacation, that means they won't be home tonight, right?
Yeah. They won't be back until tomorrow night.
Got it. Get all your stuff together and get out of that house right now. Get ready to run away and never come back. Pack only what you really need and get ready to leave.
What?
I just showed your father everything you've been telling me. He said he's driving over to get you right now. I've never seen him this angry. He's getting ready to leave as we speak. I'm going with him. Just hang on for a little longer.
You're coming right now? You're coming all the way down south to get me? It's going to take at least half a day to drive here.
I can't stand by and watch as my daughter is being treated like this. You have no one else that can help you except me and your dad. Like I said, we'll be there in no time. Just hang on.
Okay. One more thing, Mom.
What is it?
I'm really sorry I haven't been able to talk to you since I've been away. I really appreciate you doing this for me, honestly.
Of course. You have no idea how important you are to us. Just wait right there. We'll be there in no time.
Angela, pick up! I know you're there. Do you think just leaving behind a note will be enough? What are you thinking having us come home to an empty house? That woman belongs here. Bring her back right now.
That woman is our daughter, and we came to rescue her from you yesterday. I couldn't believe the abuse she told me you put her through. She's much better off with us. Right now, she's actually sleeping like a baby.
Abuse? What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. How could you treat her like that? She told me everything.
I didn't force her to do anything. Don't make me out to be the villain here. It's just housework. What's so bad about a housewife doing housework?
You made her do way too much. I heard you only let her eat table scraps after you all finished eating the food she made for you.
That's ridiculous. She's getting 3 balanced meals a day. You really have a lot of anxiety, don't you?
She's skin and bones. There's no way she was eating that much. It looked like a strong breeze could have taken her away, and yet you worked her like a mule around the house. What would you have done if something happened to her?
How annoying. That's exactly why I didn't want her to talk to you.
What did you say?
I wanted to preserve the peace we had at home, so I took control of her phone. We were lucky not to get robbed after she left our house empty and vulnerable. I hate to say this, but you really failed in raising your child.
How dare you say that?
Kids these days always go running back to their parents for every little thing that goes wrong. She probably blames us for everything. What a big pain this is. We tried so hard to bring her in, to be part of our family.
Part of your family? Is that how your family treats each other? If you really wanted her to be part of your family, you could have at least brought her on vacation with you. She doesn't have a dime to her name or a second to herself after all the work you made her do. She's nothing but a slave to you.
Ha! Wait a second. Are you really upset we didn't let her go on vacation? She's basically a freeloader, living in this house. I would never bring a moocher like her on a family trip.
Freeloader? How could you call her that after all the work she does for you?
Well, that's the least she could do as a housewife living here. I went through the same thing when I got married.
She told me you make her lay out everyone's pajamas and underwear for them as soon as they got out of the shower. She's not your servant. She said her husband is just as bad as you. I'm at a loss for words.
Since she's here to help, the rest of us can finally take a break from doing work around the house. Our lives are so much better now that she's helping out. It's great having all of us here together. The more the merrier. It would make no sense for all of us to split the work. One person is more than enough to do it all. You need to butt out of our family's business. She's part of our house now. It's a woman's duty to live with her family-in-law.
You should be supporting each other, not forcing her to be your slave. How could you sleep at night knowing she's just your family servant?
She's just doing what a proper wife's supposed to do. Enough talking. I think it's time you bring Julia back home to us. She left the house a mess and needs to get back to work.
She is already home. She's never setting foot in your house again. We've already looked into the steps to getting a divorce. She's had enough, and this is what she wants.
You can't be serious. How could she be so selfish? Who's gonna look after our house if she and Bobby get a divorce?
Why don't you do it yourself? She was doing it all on her own, and like you said, one person is more than enough to do it all.
Like I would ever do that. I'm honestly sick of talking to you. We tried our hardest to bring her in, make her a member of this family. And now she wants a divorce? Go ahead. Actually, that's a great idea. It would make no difference having that worthless woman round here anymore. I couldn't care less.
I think you'll see right away how much you need her around. We're pushing for a divorce and we mean it. We're going to work out all the details today. We'll figure out a time where Julia and your son can sit down and figure everything out like adults.
I can't believe this. You really think we're the bad guys, don't you? I bet you're gonna regret this. Hey, Angela. You have a minute? I want to talk to you about Julia.
What is it? The divorce is already finalized. We already got the compensation money from you monsters for treating my daughter like a slave. I don't think there's much left to talk to you about.
I'm not here to talk about the money. We felt it was only right to pay.
Don't act so righteous. The lawyer forced you to pay it. You're lucky we didn't bankrupt you after torturing Julia. She wrote down every detail in a journal she kept, and then kept it hidden from you so you'd never find out. I have no idea where she was keeping it, but it was practically falling apart when she showed it to me. She showed me all of her medical records, too.
Oh yeah, those.
She was all skin and bones. And it's no surprise she was so frail after slaving away for you and your family every day. Oh, just thinking about it makes my blood boil.
I still think she exaggerated things a bit. She must have gotten the wrong impression when I was asking her to do things. With my southern accent, sometimes I come off more passionate than I mean to when talking to people. You understand, right? We always made sure to put a big plate of food in front of her. Anyway, that's neither here nor there right now. I actually wanted to ask you a favor.
A favor?
I was just wondering if you could let Julia come back and stay with us for a little while.
Are you crazy?
It's just, now my other son and his wife are staying with us, so there's a lot more work to do around the house. I can't keep up with all of it. I was thinking, maybe she could come and help me with the cooking and cleaning like before. She was a real help.
You must be joking. I told you my daughter is absolutely never stepping foot back in that evil household of yours. You think she'd ever help you? Are you insane? All those things you say you're having trouble doing? You forced Julia to do all by herself, didn't you?
Well, I'm not as young as I used to be, so it's a little harder. On the other hand, Julie really knew how to make this house sparkle. Plus, you know, she was family after all. I thought it would be a good idea if she paid us a visit since we haven't seen her in a while. We had a family meeting yesterday and we all want her back. So what do you say? Do you think she could come by tomorrow?
Absolutely not. She doesn't want to spend one more second with you or your evil family. She despises all of you. You can't just throw around the word family when it's convenient for you. I can't believe the words coming out of your mouth. I never want to hear from you again.
Who do you think you are? Why she need her mother to make all her decisions for her?
I don't even want to tell her that we're having this conversation.
Just talk to her and ask her what she thinks. This time around, we'll definitely bring her on our next family vacation.
Do you think she's a dog you could just dangle a treat in front of? You have absolutely no idea the pain you've caused her. That includes your horrible son, too. I couldn't believe what he said to her at the divorce hearings. Now that you're out of the house, we can finally get some peace and quiet? Do you honestly think that's the kind of place she wants to come running back to?
Whatever. I guess I could make Bobby apologize for what he said.
You need to apologize. Even if you do, which I doubt you will, it doesn't change the fact that Julia isn't coming anywhere near your house. So get that thought out of your head. This conversation is over. Please don't ever contact me again.
Wait a second. We're both mothers, right? You should understand how I'm feeling. You know what it's like to have never-ending work to do around the house.
You said your other son's wife is there, right? Why don't you ask her for help?
No way. We're always butting heads. She's so disrespectful to me. All she does is lie around the house on her phone.
Wait a second. Didn't you take Julia's phone so you could keep the peace around the house? I thought you were an expert at stealing people's phones.
I'd never be able to do that.
So let me get this straight. You took advantage of my daughter's kindness and totally took control of her. But when you finally pick on someone your own size, you cower and can't make them do a thing? You're nothing more than a playground bully. If you think I'd let my daughter back there, you need to get your brain checked.
Hang on. Please think about it. I'll come bring you anything you want from our farm. That'll make up for it, right? Right?
Never contact or come near us ever again. Stay at your farm where you belong, you pig.
Things immediately fell apart for my ex-husband's family after I left. Maybe it was because they realized how much work I was actually doing for them, or that they didn't have anyone to force to do all the work. Things really took a turn for the worse. Dishes piled up, the house got filthy, and there was barely any food on the table. All because no one wanted to lift a finger to help out. My ex-husband and his mother showed up one day at our house to try and get me to come back. You should have seen my father's reaction. He came outside with a baseball bat and chased them away. I haven't seen them since. But I did hear a rumor that his younger brother and wife that were staying with them had a nasty gambling habit. That was the final nail in the coffin to tear the family apart. I guess my mother-in-law never knew about that. She always said it's great having family around, the more the merrier. I guess she should have been careful what she wished for. I bet that house is like a war zone right now. But that's not my problem anymore. Recently, I found a new job, and I'm focusing on this new chapter of my life. But more importantly, spending time with my incredible parents who rescued me from that nightmare.